Commissioner Swofford, thank you for the time. This morning, you said that games would be played in the ACC tournament as planned. Since then, the change has been made to cancel the tournament. What transpired in the last few hours that altered that plan?
Well, I think mostly it was a concern that began from some of our schools, some of our players, with what has happened in the NBA with multiple players now having the coronavirus, and a questioning from that as to whether it was the right thing to do to keep playing, to give those student athletes that opportunity to play for an ACC title. So we sat down and spoke with several of our coaches, several of our institutions, and I also spoke with my colleagues at the other A5 conferences, and they were getting the same vibe, so to speak. So we then took it to our full presidents and athletic directors for discussions, and I recommended to them that given these circumstances and the fact that several of our schools are on the verge of not playing spring sports from literally beginning now for at least a limited period of time and possibly through the spring semester, that it was my recommendation to curtail this tournament and move forward with our discussions about our spring sports, and they unanimously agreed with that.
How much did the concern expressed by players and teams factor into this decision?
I think a lot. I mean, what we're trying to do first and foremost is to protect our student athletes. They're our greatest assets, and to give them an experience as best it can be with this ACC tournament that has so much history and tradition. But if there's a risk or a perceived risk as this thing evolves, and it seems to evolve, I used to say by the week and then by the day, and now it's hourly almost, in terms of what we learn and what's happening with the virus, then it's not worth it. And if there's that discomfort or feeling that, you know, maybe we shouldn't be playing this right now, and it's extraordinarily fluid, more fluid than any situation that I've ever dealt with career-wise, and I don't know anything to compare it with, really. There's nothing really to compare it with. So hopefully we've made the right decisions along the way at the right time with the information that we had at that time, which is all you can ask, I think.
This is uncharted territory for everybody involved. As you look ahead to what could potentially be the future of the NCAA tournament, given the conversations you're having with your colleagues and university ADs and presidents, what is your feeling about what will happen with the NCAA tournament?
I don't know. One thing I've learned with this is not to predict anything, because because of the fluidity and what we continue to learn about it. You know, I would not venture to say. Obviously, when conference tournaments are in jeopardy, you can't help but think that the NCAA tournament could certainly be in jeopardy as well. That will be up to the leadership at the NCAA, and hopefully these young people will have that opportunity, because this is a great tournament. That's a great tournament. It'd be a shame for them to miss it, but if it's the right thing to do, and you know, for them and for fans and for the fight against this virus in our country, then that may be the right decision to have. But that will be made at the appropriate time by the appropriate people.
This is the pinnacle of the college basketball season. It is a sport that people love, that teams invest a tremendous amount of time and energy into. How difficult has it been to make these decisions at this point in the college basketball season? Very
difficult. Breaks my heart, to be honest with you. First and foremost for the players, but for the fans that support it and help make it what it is. It's a special time in our country, and a special part of the culture in the United States in this time of year. And with this tournament, we're here in Greensboro, where most of the tradition and history of this tournament has been made. This would have been the 27th tournament, and this city put so much into this tournament. So for all of those people It's it's tough. But we all have a battle out in front of us with this situation with the virus, and hopefully we can get a hold of it and eliminate it at some point.
Commissioner Swofford, thank you for the time.
Thank you.